is it? It's a car.
Hi, I'm Shaky, and these are my tales of times forgotten. This is Shaky Subject Matter. Fez, why are you running in slow motion? You're not Bionic. And even though tonight's movie has Lee Majors in it, he's not the Bionic Man. Alright, everybody. SHKE Radio, come to you live from Studio 306 in Polo, Illinois, is on the air again. And tonight we have a very rare film that has not been seen by many people since it was on cable back in the 80s. It's called The Last Chase.
In the year 2011, it was their perfect world, but there was no room for heroes.
Haven't brought in.
There was no room for freedom. And now, it was time to run.
Blow that jerk's car.
The Last Chase.
All right, come on, baby.
Closing at 1,000 feet.
The ultimate hero, driving the last car on Earth in a fight for survival. Lee Majors, Chris Makepeace, and Burgess Meredith as Williams.
$190, $205, $210, $220, $230, $240.
The Last Chase.
That's right. Sometime after the end of the $6 Million Man and before the Fall Guy and Diet Right commercials, Lee Majors tried his hand at feature films. I remember this one and one called Steel where he played a truck driver. But that has nothing to do with this movie. This movie is called The Last Chase, and it's a dystopian science fiction film. I can't believe I'm saying dystopian and science fiction on my podcast, but that's what the movie is about. During this time in the 80s, there were a lot of movies like this, kind of like Time Bandits, Escape from New York, Warriors of the Lost World, just to name a few. But it's kind of dark. It's film dark. It's not, even though it's bright and outside, they look dark. And it's really depressing. In The Last Chase, Lee Majors plays a ex-race car driver who has to work for the government, telling people what's the word I'm looking for? The evil of fossil fuel vehicles after a pandemic has wiped out most of the population in the United States. The government decided that there was no use for cars and that they control everything. So Franklin Hart comes up with a plan to get his Porsche together and start sucking the gasoline out of the bottoms of old fuel tanks across America and go on a cross-country run to California, which is seceded from the United States and become a sovereign nation where freedom still rules. Unbeknownst to him, though, a government computer hacker who's out in a boarding school sneaks into his house the night he's going to do this, and they have no choice but to leave together.
What the hell is that? What have you done? Open the door.
You're gonna leave me here.
Of course I'm gonna leave you here.
Take me with you.
No, now open the door.
No.
the door if you take me with you.
Mr. Hart, you're under arrest. Come out now.
All right, get in. And now open the goddamn door. Cover your face.
Shine it straight in front of us.
That scratchy voice you know and love is a character named Ring McCarthy, who's played by Chris Marketpiece, who you may know from the cult films My Bodyguard, Mazes and Monsters, Meatballs, and Vamp with Grace Jones. I didn't like that one that much. Anyway, so they make their daring escape and start running from Boston to California. And the government doesn't really know what to do because they don't have cars. So they call in a retired captain who's played by Burgess Meredith.
I believe they want you to fly again, sir.
You haven't any damn airplanes, Eddie.
They're offering you a chance to fly a jet fighter, sir.
Oh, shit.
That's right, the Penguin himself plays J.G. Williams, a retired military Air Force captain that flew missions in Vietnam. So Mickey from Rocky is flying this jet plane trying to stop the race car from making it to California. And there's little villages and stuff that have come up across America that he goes through and needs some help when his car gets stuck and meets some older people and stuff. But he gets back to his way towards California. Does he make it? Does he not make it? You're going to have to watch the movie and find out. There's a couple of versions of it on YouTube. There's a kind of sketchy DVD on eBay that I bought. It was put out by a company called Code Red years ago, but the DVD wasn't very good with sound quality issues. It wasn't synced up right. And the DVD I got from eBay was really horrible. It's much better on YouTube. So if you want to see The Last Chase, check it out on YouTube. See what Lee Majors was up to back in the early 80s before his hit Fall Guy series took off. And that Chris Marketpiece could he not pick a movie that wasn't a cult movie in the beginning of his career? It's crazy. I mean, wow. And he just started working behind the scenes after that. And Burgess Meredith sadly passed away. So, with that, SHKE Radio coming to you live from Studio 306 in the year 2023 with the new super advanced computer system and new programs. So if it sounds a little choppy, that's probably why. I'm working with a bunch of new stuff and I'm sorry, but learning curves are good. Is off the air. Fez, what are you doing in that model race car? Get out of there. Stop. Fez, no. Good night. The preceding program was brought to you by I know I'm heading the right way. Something keeps following me, but I can't see where it's coming from. All I do is hear it. I'm so scared. I've been lost in these woods for 15 minutes and it's dark out. I started this Halloween special 8 months ago And it's almost done. I just want everybody to know that I'm trying real hard to get it done by October. And I just... The Shaky Subject Matter Halloween Special, now available at www.shakysubjectmatter.com and the link provided below in this podcast. Check it out. It's a lot of fun.